Fighting out of the red corner, it's Alexzander Hunt.
All right, Alexzander Hunt, 6'2", 169 as they came in here in the welterweight division. Of course, everybody, we're right down to the mark here. If you're here on Friday nights for the weigh-ins, 23 years of age out of Severna. Is it Severna?
Severna Park, Maryland.
I can say that, Severna. And I know that, but I'm just checking on you. Severna Park, Maryland, with a record of 1-0. Made his CageZilla debut back in February with a big win here in CageZilla 65.
You know, one of the things I like about Alexzander is he's very active in every aspect of MMA. Kind of like what we were just talking about with Keon Lomax in the last fight. And there is something to be said about that where, okay, you're competing in MMA, but you're not just rushing to have MMA fights. You're taking Muay Thai fights. You're grappling a lot. You're getting all of this competition experience, and usually that's just indicative of you spending a lot of time in the gym and improving. So that when you do come back to that MMA cage, you're just going to be in a completely different level than you were the last time. So even though it's only been his, he had one MMA fight, and now this is his second, there's a lot more experience that the story, has not yet printed, built into those two fights.
Yeah, and it's not like that it's another one that hasn't, just because he's not fighting here with CageZilla and MMA, he's been grappling. He's been doing other things, right? Working on his jiu-jitsu. So this is going to be a big fight for him, especially if he gets to the ground, to try to see if this changes for him as he becomes an MMA combat, fighter here. Let's throw it up to Chris. Next introduction.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's John Lee McMullen.
McMullen, 6'2", 169. He's 22 years of age out of the Beta Academy. Comes all the way down from Washington, D.C. This is his debut here at CageZilla.
Yes, it is his debut, and while this is his first MMA fight, which is its own unique experience, he does have a competition background in both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. Those guys out of Beta Academy, just by Coach Nakapan, they do such a good job of really developing talent and getting them ready for environments like this.
Saw him last night at his first weigh-in here for CageZilla, and he was pumped up. He was taking pictures. He was weighing in. He was the only one there. And he actually, once he made weight, yelling and screaming in here. He is pumped up about this fight. And it's fun when you get a fighter that you can interact with and you start to realize and learn from.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing I would tell you is, too, a lot of guys are like, hey, I'm coming. I'm joining your gym. I want to do MMA. And when the coach lays out a plan of, all right, you need to have 10 grappling matches, 2 Muay Thai matches, 1 boxing fight, and then next thing you know, then you could have your first MMA fight. A lot of guys are like, well, I'm not doing that. But when you see somebody go through all of the, I don't want to call them necessarily obstacles, but the prerequisites to go and compete in this CageZilla cage, and they go through it, they're going to be more excited than ever because it's almost like just getting here is paying off on their work.
Yeah, and welcome to the party. He's 2-1 in the Muay Thai circuit, right? And he's also got a bunch of wins here, with a majority of them coming by submission in the grappling circuit. So, like I said, grappling and doing some Muay Thai, just because this is his first MMA event, don't be thinking that he's a rookie. Chris!
Absolutely.
Hey, Chris, you're up, bud.
Salisbury Center, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the CageZilla welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by our friends at Sand Screen Printing, turning ink into art. And also our friends at Tobaccoology, fine cigars and tobacco run by fine people with locations in Manassas and Haymarket. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Kojin Dojo with a record of 1 win and no defeats, it's Alexzander Hunt.
Alexzander Hunt, 6'2", 170, 23 years of age, out of Kojin Dojo.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6'2" and weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Beta Academy, he's making his CageZilla debut, it's John Lee McMullen.
McMullen, 6'2", 170, 22 years of age, out of the Beta Academy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the CageZilla welterweight division, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
All right, Michael Dolman will be the referee, like you heard Chris say. This is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. I'm kind of getting pumped up for this one, Charles. You might want to look out in here.
Hey, listen, I've taken a couple steps to my right. I got bladed. I'm ready to rock.
Kind of pumped up in here. You might not be safe. Michael Doman gets the seconds out. We'll get the cage all locked up, ready to rock and roll. Checks with both fighters, and here we go. Right, touching gloves on top of the CageZilla logo. Good lefts from Hunt, trying to check out the distance here. Quick, rights and lefts. Right off the bat, quick hands from McMullen.
Yeah, that jab woke him up, and he's pressuring good here, but he's got to be a little bit careful. Good uppercut. He's got to be careful with those small gloves. It's tough to block, but he's throwing some heavy leather, is John McMullen.
McMullen will have the black trunks with the white tape or the white wrist.
Another big hook there.
Yeah, good job for McMullen here. He'll have the black gloves with red tape on them.
McMullen's got the takedown there. And he's got Hunt up against the cage. Hunt doing a good job of getting that knee in. But this is a tough spot.
Hunt came out through a couple of jabs trying to check his distance, but I can tell you McMullen wasn't having anything about that and just started laying haymakers on him.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I was like, oh, man, McMullen's walking straight forward. But now it's, big omoplata attempt here. Good defense, though, from John. Hunt's going to roll into the single. He's going to sit him down. McMullen go for that switch as well. And he ends up back on top. Good scramble.
Ooh, good up kick from Hunt.
He's got to be good pass there. I was going to say he's got to be careful with that head position and also walking into any sort of submission off the bottom.
McMullen on top and in charge here as we get down into the 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in round number one.
I'm seeing some good framing from both guys. Oh, nice pass.
That was different.
Yeah, it's really a back step where you make sure you're making contact with that leg the whole time so that when you do come back around, you're past the knee line. And that was how John was able to settle into side control. Although, dude, Hunt is doing a great job of getting out of these bad positions. Really good regarding, good creating of space, striking off the bottom, but you got to get on top because you never want to be there.
A little different here in MMA, as you saw from the grappling event. You can put your feet on the cage during an MMA event.
Yeah, in MMA, the cage is a viable tool.
You can't grab it,
correct,
but you can use your feet on it.
Exactly.
And walk your back up.
Yep, there's a lot of different ways you can utilize the cage to keep somebody down or to get yourself up. That, of course, doesn't involve anything in the links themselves. Good side control here from John.
Yeah, McMullen kind of taking charge of this, and he's been in charge for the whole entire round. Maybe the first couple of jabs from Hunt, but you saw Hunt, his defense has been really well, and I think he's been backing up and punting the entire round.
Yeah, nice knee pressure. All right, now Hunt's trying to work his way up, and to your point, yep. Oh, he's got to be careful here, though. He's got an arm in. Good knee.
Good knee.
Oh, a big uppercut.
Good right hand from Hunt. Right to the left side of McMullen's face, and now Hunt has it sunk in there. 10 seconds left. Is he going to get saved by the bell here?
He doesn't quite have the grip.
Oh.
And then immediately up into the single. I like that. Really good first round from both guys.
I'm kind of shocked McMullen let him up, but let me tell you what I saw about.
For John, he's got that first round under his belt, and obviously some good cage advice as well. Some good corner advice from Beta Academy.
And let's see what Alexzander Hunt does here as we start the round number two. They touch gloves on top of the CageZilla logo. See if Hunt takes it. Yeah, good.
Counter right hand.
Oh, good left hand from McMullen. Just missed. Good inside kick from Hunt. Right hands.
Big kick almost landed there as well.
Oh, another good left from McMullen. I'm starting to see some blood coming from the right nostril of Hunt.
Yeah, there was a beautiful counter cross from John that really seemed to land directly on the money for Hunt. And immediately he's going for the takedown. He's got his hands clasped, and he's going to get it there.
Hunt has been hit right on the right side of his face, and I could see some blood. I can't tell if it's coming from his nose or his lip. McMullen back on top. The blood's starting to pour down from the nose. You can start to see it on the face of Hunt. I can't tell if his face is cut or if it's just been smeared around there.
It looks like he's not actively bleeding, but there's a lot of forearm and hand manipulation there to try to control the spine. Hunt did a good job getting up there, immediately in on the single. Great sprawl from John, right into the back take, a very athletic movement.
Ooh, good.
He switched the hands, he's got that under. He's going for the choke. And that's it, he got it. Wow.
Great job from McMullen. I don't know if I've ever seen that exchange that we saw right there.
Yeah.
Almost like tackle football.
Yeah.
It came up behind him, and he backflipped around on the other side.
No, that was beautiful. So I really like what Hunt did, actually. As he came up, he immediately went into the single, and when he did, what John did was incredible. Very athletic individual. He turned his shin and knee forward and then jumped over and almost did like a backflip onto him to free his leg, and then he ended up taking the back. And then the nicest part about that was after he had back control, he immediately switched the hands here, and you're going to see it right in the replay now. There's that single, and then here's the back step, and immediately, now watch, he switches his hands after he turns him over right here,
there. Yep.
And that's when he gets the choke.
Wow, what a great job by John Lee McMullen. And you see the tap from Hunt. I mean,
Salisbury Center referee Michael Dolman has called a stop to the action. 1 minute and 48 seconds into the second round. For your winner by rear naked choke, out of the blue corner, it's John McMullen.
John McMullen comes away with a big win tonight for the Beta Academy. Still lots of fighting here left in CageZilla 67. Don't anybody go anywhere. When we come back from break, bout number 4 is on the way, live from Manassas, Virginia.